Hey YouTube, it's Weird Paul. Get ready to nerd out today, everybody. Want to see my stamp collection? When I was a kid, I started out collecting things that were free, like bottle caps and matchbooks. Another thing that you could get for free were postage stamps. They seemed to be on every letter that came in the mail. The earliest journal entry that I have is from August 21st, 1981. Today, I got a ton of stamps, trillions, and a book to keep them in. They are really neato. I guess that to a 10-year-old, the small amount of stamps that I got that day seemed like trillions. This is the book of stamps that I got that day. We were at a garage sale, and I begged my mom to get it. And so, another new collection was started. I got more stamps from old letters that my mom had. Then I started going to local hobby shops and buying packages of stamps. And I got stamp collecting kits and commemorative sets from the post office on special occasions like my birthday. After looking through the backs of some magazines my mom had, I found out that you could send away for stamps through special offers from companies. For example, $2 could get you a bag of 300 US stamps, or for $2.95, 1,000 stamps from 55 countries. Stamps were coming to my house by the hundreds, and I was spending all of my loose change on them. My sister decided to start collecting them too, and you can hear me threaten to not share my stamps with her if she didn't keep quiet.
And if you can't hear me, it's because we're under the pool table and the balls are going all over the place, and that's why it's making more noise. So stop it or I'm not going to release the
Years later, my sister and I would split the cost of getting 1,000 stamps, and then we would spend all day dividing them up while we watched videotapes of David Letterman. In the mid-'80s, I also got this Galaxy stamp album by sending in points from Kool-Aid labels. I have thousands of stamps. It's too many to show, so let's just take a look at some of the interesting things in my collection. The oldest stamp that I have is from 1883. It cost 2 cents to mail a letter then. I really love the colors on these old stamps from the 30s. Here's some World War II era stamps from Germany and from Italy. This stamp album is so old that it says Kuwait is under British rule. In 1963, it cost 5 cents to mail a letter. You could send a letter anywhere in the world for 8 cents. Here's something that doesn't exist anymore, special delivery stamps. If you used these, the post office would have to deliver your letter immediately, as soon as you gave it to them. They discontinued that in 1997. Wow, check out this guy. He loves to stare at oranges. In 1968, a US stamp honoring Walt Disney was issued. But cartoon characters were not something that you would see on stamps for a long time. Around 1980, Mickey and his pals started to appear on stamps, but not in the US. We had to settle for a couple pop culture icons like Smokey the Bear and McGruff the Crime Dog. There were some countries that issued stamps in unusual shapes. We've got triangle-shaped stamps from Monaco, Chad, the Congo, Hungary, San Marino, Iraq, Poland, Romania, Central Africa, South Moluccas, and Dahomey, which is now known as Benin. There are diamond-shaped stamps from Tonga, Monaco, Hungary, South Moluccas, Bulgaria, Poland, and Romania. Check out these round stamps from Fujairah and Sharjah. And here's a trapezoid-shaped stamp from Mongolia. They must have been on shrooms. In 1963, Tonga was the first country to issue self-adhesive stamps, which are the standard now. In 1974, they put out one of the craziest stamps of all time, a stamp shaped like a banana. The longest stamps I have are from Poland. The largest are from Ajman. And the smallest are from Ajman and al-Quwain. Al-Quwain also issued these amazing holographic stamps. Here's every stamp collector's nightmare. Many stamps that were just pasted on the package on top of each other. Wow, I didn't know Glenn Danzig had his own country. In 1992, it was up to a vote whether the US would issue a stamp of the young Elvis or the older Elvis. A whopping 75% of voters wanted the young Elvis. There was also a vote in 1998 for the Celebrate the Century stamps. Voters chose which things should represent each decade, from 1900 to 1990. The 1980s got represented by things like cable TV, compact discs, Cabbage Patch dolls, video games, personal computers, E.T., and The Cosby Show. I love this 1997 set of Universal Monsters stamps. I even have a pin that's shaped like one of them. Nowadays, just about anything can end up on a stamp. The Postal Service policy used to be that a person had to be dead for 10 years before they could appear on a postage stamp. That's why Martin Luther King Jr. had to wait until 1979. It took even longer for him to get his own day. In 2011, the Postal Service changed their policy. Now, living people can appear on a postage stamp. They did this to boost stamp collecting. I hope that you enjoyed seeing the stamps today. If you did, don't forget to click the like button down below. I'll see you soon with more memories. Thanks, YouTube.